welcome to Revsportz. I'm Gargi, Raut, and joining me for this conversation is Shamik Chakrabarty. We're outside of the Eden Gardens where KKR and RR have practiced tonight. But when we talk about this match, yes, it's a do or die for Kolkata Knight Riders, but at the same time, all eyes are on 14-year-old Vaibhav Suryavanshi. One 35-ball century and a duck after that. What is brewing inside that story? We're seeing Rahul Dravid take Vaibhav Suryavanshi under his wings. There are a lot of chats happening on the ground as well between the two. It's like a mentor and a protege sort of situation here. But tell us, Shamik, you've witnessed the RR practice session. You've seen the KKR practice session as well. What's the story brewing behind Rahul Dravid and Vaibhav Suryavanshi?
See, Gargi, at that age, as a teenager, you can't have a better mentor than Rahul Dravid. Because not only will you grow as a cricketer, his mentoring would help you become a well-rounded individual also. So from that point of view, he is in very good hands. And it's not only Rahul Dravid. Everyone in that KKR management, RR management, RR coaching setup, be it Zubin Barucha, be it Shane Bond, everyone is looking after that kid. Shane Bond came at the press conference, Rajasthan Royals bowling coach, and addressed some very, very important issues because, see, what happens, he has risen to instant stardom after that innings. So it is very, very important for him to keep his feet on the ground because going ahead, he will have more failures than successes because cricket is a game of failures. So from that point of view, Shane Bond spoke about shielding Vaibhav Suryavanshi from social media trappings. You know, social media is something that gives poison a platform. And a couple of failures, the kid might be trolled on social media. So from that point of view, it is very, very important. And he's a very exciting talent. But we all know that at his age, he cannot be a finished article. He is a work in progress. So he will grow. I saw him practicing today, and it was basically range hitting, a typical T20 batting session. Although at the nets, Jaiswal stole the show.
But before you get to that, one more point on Vaibhav Suryavanshi, before we talk more about the practice session here. It's not just about failure, Shamik. It's not just about negativity. It's also about not letting success get to his head, because we know IPL is all glitz and glamour from the outside as well. And to have a mentor like Rahul Dravid, who's so calm, so collected, I don't think we've ever seen him have an outburst or anything like that. To have a mentor like that at his age, how much does that mean?
See, Gargi, I always say this. As a young cricketer, when you are, you have to keep in mind that it's not only about rising to instant stardom. It's about becoming a millionaire also at his age as a teenager. Rajasthan Royals bought him from 1.1 crore at the auction. That is a humongous amount of money, especially for someone who is a teenager.
14.
Yeah, so it is very, very important. I wrote a piece today on this, and I give you an example. One India cricketer who is now very, very, very famous booked a Mercedes after getting his first IPL contract. And the next day, he got a call from one of the BCCI officials berating him for his profligacy, saying that, see, if you go to the store and if you want to sell this Mercedes today, you will get half the amount. Invest in real estate, something that will grow. So it is very, very important to to spend your money, to use your money wisely. So that is another important thing. And I hope there are two ways for every youngster at his age. That is, one is the Sachin Tendulkar way. If you want to follow that, you will have a career. The other is, unfortunately, the Vinod Kambli way. Sachin Tendulkar had a mentor in his elder brother Ajit. Vinod Kambli probably missed that, and he was one of the biggest letdowns as far as Indian cricket is concerned. I hope Vaibhav Suryavanshi will follow the Sachin Tendulkar way.
Absolutely. I think that's what the entire nation needs to see, and especially young kids as well. I know at this point parents might be pushing, or kids might be pushing themselves to be the next Suryavanshi, but not everyone can be a Vaibhav Suryavanshi, and that's all right. That's absolutely okay. Everyone has their own path in life. They will get to where they're destined to be. But now coming back to the practice session, you spoke about Yashasvi Jaiswal being one of the most impressive batters in there. Now you've suddenly got a competition when it comes to Yashashvi competing against a 14-year-old, but at the same time, he is one of those X factors in the team.
Absolutely, but I don't think there's a competition. Jasasi Jaiswal is an established player, but he can draw inspiration sort of from someone who is younger. Mind, Jasasi is also very young. He is 22, right? So he is still very young. So, but someone who is a teenager doing so well, that can push him to do even better. Jashashi played a few very good knocks in this IPL, but I think he will consider this season a letdown in the sense that he couldn't go on and put on a big score. And someone from his talent, we expected a little more. Maybe tomorrow it might be bad news for KKR. From a neutral's point of view, if it is a Jashashi Jaiswal show, the spectators don't mind.
Absolutely. Now coming to KKR, it is a do or die game for them. Last game was a do or die as well, but they came out with flying colours with their batting lineup, especially being the star of the show. First, tell us about what you saw in the practice session.
It's normal practice session. The fact of the matter is that a lot of emphasis on Venkatesh Iyer, if he can return to form, but KKR have decided to back their vice captain to the hilt. There is no chance of him getting dropped, despite him not scoring runs. See, Gargi, the fact of the matter is that as far as KKR's practice is concerned, a lot of emphasis on, Venkatesh Iyer is putting in a real shift. He's trying to get out of the rut, and he's walking his socks off. Sometimes it doesn't transpire out there in the middle during games. He looked a bit muddled in his thought process in the last game, the way he attempted that wild swipe against Akshar Patel, someone who doesn't turn the ball. So from that point of view, sometimes it happens when you are not scoring runs, you are low on confidence, and then you try that extra hard, and that might have an adverse effect. So Venkatesh Iyer, but KKR will back them to the hilt. There is no question of dropping Venkatesh Iyer. Ankrish Raghuvanshi will play, but the fact of the matter is that overall I don't see any major changes in that KKR lineup. Maybe, just maybe, Heinrich Nokia might replace Robman Powell.
All right, so a lot of updates there. You've heard from ground zero what has transpired in the RR practice session, in the KKR practice sessions. We'll be back. That was the update from the Eden Gardens. We'll be back tomorrow as well. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned.